in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Learn how to count. All right, here we go. Welcome to iManifest Weekly, Episode 1, The Pilot. We got a lot to cover today, so we're going to see if I've got the chops to keep you well-tuned, informed, and entertained here. So get comfy, strap in, allow me to win your hearts and your minds, okay? I'm your host, Steve Z, Big Steve, just like Big Sean, Big Boy. You can call me the notorious B.I. Steve. Okay, congratulations on your first successful exercise in manifesting because you're here. So today is a very good day because it's today. Listen, you made it. You're executing the first step in a plan that invests in yourself, and you're making the intellectual decision for change and true self-improvement to strengthen and complement your life. That's right. Listen, every week you can join me for a new podcast on a variety of subjects and techniques that encompasses the power of the universe, attracting abundance into your life by using the law of attraction. Okay. You can also subscribe at iManifest.money. Inside your personalized dashboard, you'll get access to some amazing and exclusive content, tips, tools, resources, step-by-step instructions, and even more expert advice, of course, about the iManifest technique. I've got it all for you, okay? Look, I work with, actors and athletes, coaches, managers, entrepreneurs, artists, everything. Look, whether it's the NFL, Major League Baseball, NBA, like I said, coaches, managers, players, the UFC, Hollywood talent, all giving their expert advice and my expert advice. So it's a two-way street there. You may have seen some of those clips on some of these amazing individuals already on Instagram or Facebook, okay? So just understand that YouTube is just the appetizer. In fact, you may be sitting there going to yourself, I don't know, who's this guy? Who's Big Steve? Who is this guy? I don't know you. You don't know me? I'm almost famous. In fact, check this out.
Big Steve Z, Aaron Boone here with the New York Yankees.
Big Steve, Coach Dave Wanstead here.
Yo, Big Steve, what's going on, man? This is David Tyree, Super Bowl 42 champ.
Steve Z, a.k.a. Big Steve.
What up, y'all? Sendong. Big Steve.
What's up, Big Steve? It's Coach Kavanagh here.
Big Steve Z. What's happening, Big Steve?
Badass, right? How you like me now? See, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so listen, we've got all kinds of content for you, and like I said, all kinds of amazing people to give their 2 cents. And, there's going to be plenty of other things as well for you. I'm looking to create spaces where we can talk together, and like I said, interview you. I want to know your progress. I want you to see my progress. And of course, we're going to talk to lots of people all around the world in their, in their incredible environments to, give you more of a guidance to attracting abundance. Let's just call it what it is. So, you've seen, now just a small clip of who's in there waiting to inspire you, which is pretty cool, huh? So you'd be surprised at how many people are out there manifesting and achieving some, gigantic things into their lives. And there's some of those people you see every day on TV. And it's amazing because when I talk to them, so many of them really give, attribution to, not just, God, but, to actually putting it out there into the universe. And they acknowledge that, and it's fantastic. So with the iManifest technique, you're going to learn powerful methods of attraction, okay, like affirmations and visualizations that have been proven to work time and time again. And by focusing your thoughts and your energy on what you want, You're going to start to bring those goals closer to you right now because you said tomorrow yesterday. Okay. And it's not just about attracting material wealth. With iManifest, you can also make improvements to your relationships, your career, and of course, your overall happiness. Okay. So imagine waking up every day feeling just fulfilled, grateful, and excited about the future. Okay. So the question is, why do we manifest? We manifest to set the stage for our desires, okay? We manifest to bring our dreams into reality. We manifest because we believe in the power of being able to create our reality, okay? And what we want and when we want it. And that's why I'm here, okay? To teach you how to do exactly just that, okay? I'm going to teach you about the law of attraction, which says that whatever you put out into the universe is what will come back to you. And this is a concept that's been around, since ancient times, been around for centuries. And yet many people still don't fully understand how it works or know how to use it effectively in their lives. And again, that's where I come in. That's where the iManifest technique comes in, to explain all of this complicated information in a way that makes sense and is easy enough for anyone who wants more out of life than just sitting around waiting for things to happen. Okay. And, you can't just wish for things. You can try to will things into existence, but you've got to create the intent for it. Okay. Now, we all have the power to manifest. And, well, what is that? What exactly does that mean, Big Steve? It means that you can make things happen in your life the way you want them to happen. Okay, you can attract abundance, wealth, love, success, and happiness into your life by using the power of intention. Okay, look, the world is filled with wishers, but it has people just like you and me, people that want more. Okay. And that's the feeling that you get, that itch that there's more to the world, okay? And you can't settle. You crave the more, okay? You're not deterred by rejection or failure. You still dream, you still plot, you still plan the next adventure, and you make your moves, and you go for it, okay? You might get knocked down, but you're the people like me who just gets back up again. We don't take the knockout. We get back up. And it reminds me of, funny to say, but Godfather Part 2, okay? Vito arrives in New York after losing his whole family, okay, 9 years old. He's standing quietly there is in the line, and he gets renamed from Andolini to Corleone. And he's got smallpox. Boom, quarantine, 3 months. And what stands out to me here is he gets his little hospital room and he puts his suitcase on the bed, and which is his whole life. His whole life is in that suitcase. And, he sits down on the chair and he looks out the window, and his view is the fucking Statue of Liberty. And then he starts to sing. And these scenes are just so powerful. And Coppola hits us with all that emotion, and it's almost unbearable. Okay, really, it truly is almost unbearable. Your heart's just leaping out of your chest for this kid. And the thing is that we can learn from the young Lionheart Corleone, right? Is looking at Lady Liberty and then singing. The fact that there's still a song in his heart after what he's endured. We know that we already know that there's a man to emerge from there that will not settle. We know he is going to become a man who doesn't just want more. He will create and take more because he deserves it. He is worthy, okay? You and I, we deserve the best that the world and the universe has to offer, okay? We deserve it. Not because we've endured such hardship, some people have, but Because we persevered in our own ways through our own adversities, and we're still here. We're still standing. We're still searching. We still have hope. We still believe in the more. Okay, we still have a song in our hearts, and the law of attraction states that like attracts like, and like seeks like, right? And that explains point blank why you are here listening to me today. I have sought you, and you have sought me. So if you're thinking about the more, the better, the great, the amazing, stop thinking about it. It's already yours. You've just got to catch up to it, okay? Whether it's the new job, new house, new relationship, or wealth beyond your dreams, I want you to feel good about it right now, okay? And let's use that thought and that feeling to attract more thoughts and more feelings like this. Things in your life that are similar to these thoughts, okay? So think about that something in your life and imagine yourself having it. Imagine it's here right now. How does it feel? What does it look like? What do the people around you say? How is it changing your life? And imagine yourself in that situation. Keep imagining it until it feels so real that you can almost touch it. Okay? You're creating a blueprint for how your life could be. You're attracting abundance into your life by thinking and creating the feeling of what abundance looks and feels like, and then making it happen. The law of attraction is a powerful force. And you see, the universe is vast, and we are just tiny little humans. But fortunately, there's a much bigger force at work, than just us. And that's the law of attraction. Okay, it's like magic, only better, because it's real. Okay, and when we know how to use it properly, we can attract anything we want into our lives. Well, again, love, money, friendship, houses, cars, bags of cash, whatever floats your boat, baby. The iManifest technique explores all of that. And I'm going to teach you how to attract the wealth and prosperity into your life through the LOA, law of attraction. So let's get started. All right. So the idea is simple. You want something, you put your intention out there, and then the universe delivers it to you. Okay, it's obviously a little bit more complicated than that, but it's also a lot simpler than people think, okay? And you'll see that it's not that I draw on so many different techniques or I strip, a bunch of things down and add more and take away. It's about cultivating the right thing for you, like, tailor-made. And there's a problem with the law of attraction is because most people just don't know how to use it effectively. They think they're doing everything right, and yet nothing changes for them, okay? So what gives? Turns out there's more to manifesting than just believing and wishing for things, okay? It requires intention, and that's a word you're going to hear me use a million times. Intent, intention, intent. I have a book called The Universe is Listening, Manifesting with Intent, okay? And we're going to get into that, all right? So where my guidance comes in is, again, I'm going to walk you through all of these steps of manifesting effectively so that you can attract and create abundance in your life or whatever feels right, okay? So are you ready to manifest your dreams? That's the question that's been asked since the dawn of time. But never before has it been answered by someone who actually knows what they're talking about with you one-on-one like this. I'm talking to you directly. You can read The Secret. You can read The Law and the Power of Attraction. You can read, all the books, but you've got to have someone with feedback. You need to know if you're working it. So you can read the books, but no one's there to give it back to you, when you use it in practice or, turn it into the practical, okay? And I'm here to tell you that when we break these things down, manifesting can be so easy once you know how. And I'm going to show you how. Look, it's a new year. Maybe you're thinking it's time to start attracting that abundance you've been dreaming of. So it's not just about positive thinking, it's about positive action. And if we want to attract something into our lives, we have to act like it's already here. And there's more than one way to skin a cat, okay? There's more than one way to use the LOA. Other technical visualizations, again, as I was saying, visualize yourself with what you want in front of you. Think about what it would feel like if you had it. How would it look? What would it smell like? You know what I mean? How does it taste like? You know what I mean? What would others think, and how would they react when they see or hear it? Okay. The other way, of course, is that you're going to learn from me is your affirmations, repeating positive statements about yourself or what you desire. We're going to get into time management, goal setting, journal entries and things like that, and different things that are going to help you focus and create, a routine. Not like you're a 5-year-old, but, help you create practices in your life that are beneficial to you all around, okay? Look, the world is your oyster, baby. The universe is your playground, baby. You know what I mean? You've got the keys to everything you want. All you gotta do is open the door, okay? But how? All right? Look, it's true that there's a lot of things in life we can't control, but there's a lot of things we can control. Things like our thoughts and our feelings and, about the world around us and what we attract into our lives through those thoughts and feelings, okay? And how we choose to respond, okay, to the things once they come into being. And that means if you want something different from what's already happening in your life, if you want more abundance or joy or excitement or whatever, you can make it happen by changing what you think about yourself and the world around you. This is where manifesting comes in, okay? The term, what you see is what you get. Well, do you believe that what you think is what you get? Deep one, right? So if there's one thing I know for sure, is that when it comes to manifesting, nothing is impossible. We see it every day. Look at athletes that have made it to the NBA, to the NFL, to the NHL, to Major League Baseball. Look at any professional soccer or football. You know what I mean? These people had a dream and a vision, and then they worked their ass off, and then they made it. It's not just skill and talent. It's attitude, it's emotion, it's the feeling. That is manifesting 101. Whether or not they're conscious about manifesting when they're doing it, but they are manifesting. We all manifest all the time, constantly, consciously or subconsciously. Okay. When you're look, like I said, we see this constantly, greatness around us, people manifesting massive amounts of abundance. And again, nothing's impossible. And you can manifest whatever you want in life. It's not just some hocus pocus, pseudoscience, hippy-dippy hoodoo, you know what I mean? It's based in science, okay? When you're thinking about something, though, it's easy to get caught up in how long it'll take or how difficult it will be. You might start doubting yourself by focusing, on all the reasons why that thing won't happen in your life. But if you just think about something without actually going out and doing anything about it, it's kind of like sending a letter to the universe that says, look, I want this, but I don't actually care enough to do anything about it. You know what I mean? Effort you put in is pretty much the effort you're going to get out, right? So that's why I say have some intent. Think about what you want and then take action. And if you keep working at it, eventually your manifesting will start working for you instead of against you. Okay? Have you ever tried manifesting with intent? You went out and you moved and you did something to get what you were desiring, and that shows you that the technique works, okay? And if you've been successful, then you realize that while it can be really fun and rewarding, it can also be a lot of work. Okay, so think about it. If you want to manifest a new car, you still have to go through all the natural steps to get the car that are involved in buying the car. You got to get the money, then you've got to find the right car that you want, or maybe you desired a specific car and then you go through the steps to get it, okay? Negotiate the price, acquire the car, register, insured, all the bells and whistles that go along with actual purpose. And even then, it's not necessarily guaranteed that the manifestation will actually happen. But what if there's an easier way? Okay, what if there's a way to manifest things in your life without having to go through all those steps? Okay, wouldn't that make it more fun for you? Is that something you would be interested in, right? So this is how we go forward. So I'll tell you right now, there are easier ways, and again, is that you have to be specific about what you want, okay? But I have a feeling you're not here to hear about how manifesting is hard, right? Look, the process is simple. Think about what you want to happen, visualize it happening in your mind's eye, and then feel yourself getting closer to it. And you can use, like I said, the visualization techniques, writing down your goals, creating the vision boards and collages with pictures that represent what you want to achieve, okay? You can also meditate on the idea, get some incense, do the bubble bath. I'm joking. Unless that's what does it for you, okay? Breathing techniques, crystals, man, whatever you need, do it. You know what I mean? Do it. If that's what puts you in that suggestive and receptive state, to effectively, practice the technique for you, man, do it. Do it. You know what I mean? You must also practice gratitude for what you already have in your life, and being grateful for the abundance you have right now will bring more abundance to you, okay? You ever wonder why some people always manage to get everything they want? They're not super rich, they're not uber famous, they don't have a ton of connections or, amazing job or whatever, but somehow they always seem to be doing well for themselves, okay? They have a great car, nice house, enough money in the bank to keep them going, for months at a time if they need it. And it's like they're geniuses at manifesting, and they can make things happen just by willing them into existence. And some people call it the law of attraction, others call it manifesting with intent, okay? And whatever you want to call it, we can all use help in figuring out how to do it, okay? I'm going to be honest, I was a big skeptic. Years ago I was a skeptic. I didn't believe you could manifest your desires into reality just by thinking about them and magically making them happen. You know what I mean? How could it be that easy? And then I read my first book on the subject, and that was The Secret, of course, by Rhonda Byrne. I watched the movie, and everything changed. Okay, suddenly there was, pretty much no limits on what I could accomplish with my mind and my heart. And I was a baller, man. I made some, stupid money. And that's how I know that anything is possible if we just put our minds to it, okay? And that includes attracting, unlimited amounts of abundance into our lives. So when you set your intention on something, and the universe will send it back to you, okay? And there's two things at play here. One, you have to have faith that it's coming. You have to have faith, and you got to let it go, okay? It's coming. Number two, you deserve it, okay? I'll say that again. You deserve it. You've got to train your mind to comprehend. I deserve $1 million. Not like, I deserve $1 million. I'm a good person. I deserve it. I'm worthy of it. I'm capable of having it, and I can comprehend having it, and it's nothing. It's nothing to me. No problem. I can attract that easily, and I can mentally handle that easily. Okay, and that's the two things. Okay, against you have to have faith, and you've got to believe that you deserve it. And once those two things are true for us as individuals, they'll become true collectively as well. So go ahead and set your intention on whatever it is that's been bothering you lately, whether it's money, love, career advancement, whatever, friendship with somebody that's, on the rocks, and focus on the positives. And I'm telling you right now, watch those desires start coming true right before your eyes, because the truth is out there. Boo, 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 boo. Just kidding. And the truth is, it's waiting for you. What you desire is waiting for you. You just got to catch up to it, man. Okay? Look, the law of attraction is now getting to be a pretty widely known phenomenon now, okay? And it's the idea, again, that you put your energy out into the world, it will attract more of that same like energy back to you, okay? And, iManifest technique is the way to learn how to do this properly. And once you're, subscribe to the iManifest.money website, listen, you're going to have some things that are just going to blow you away, okay? And you take that, what's there, and you supplement that with the podcast here, with iManifest Weekly, and you're going to learn how to use your mind in a way that attracts all sorts of positive things, okay, into your life. And we'll start with simple exercises like visualizing your goals, and then move on to more advanced techniques like understanding what your intentions are so that you can manifest exactly what you want in an effective way. Sometimes, however, the universe just doesn't seem fair, and it will hit you with a fucking brick. Wham! And I'm not talking, the world throws us a curveball, and no, I'm talking about it hit you with a brick in the head, okay? And it's tough. You're working hard, you're doing your best to be a good person. It seems like nothing's going your way. And there's an answer for that, though, and it isn't some kind of karmic retribution for, something you did in a past life. It's just how you're manifesting, okay? And when you manifest, you're actually creating the reality you want to live in and around you, whether conscious or subconsciously, right? So instead of waiting around for good things to come and happen to you, you've got to create them. So if you're in a funk, if things are going wrong, you've got to, transform that. So you've got to outnumber the negative with positive, okay? And the negative will dissipate and go away, and the positive will stay behind. So, It's not magic, okay? It's technique, and it's simply knowing how the universe works and using that knowledge to guide you and guide your actions and your words in such a way to attract what you want most in life, okay? Again, money, love, happiness, career, whatever makes your heart sing, baby, okay? So you're here, like I said, because you want to manifest more, better, best, gigantic, okay? Maybe you don't know what to call it, but again, if you've had this feeling, that itch inside you, the I want more for a while now, you've got to do something about it. You're here right now, you're in the right place at the right time, and you've got to do something. And I get it, I've been there. And I also know how confusing the whole process can be, okay? Especially when all those self-help books start getting mixed up in your head with the messages from your parents and the media and, everyone else. And on top of that, there's all this stuff online about how we should just stop thinking so much and let things happen naturally. So what do? iManifest. How we make sense of all the conflicting messages, how do we figure out what's going on with ourselves and why things are happening the way that they are? How do we know what to change, and where to focus our intention if everything seems so complicated? Again, really, that's where the iManifest technique comes in. And like the title of my book, my words are the same. The universe is listening. Manifesting with intent. And that's what we do here. That's what iManifest is. We manifest with intent. And that means asking yourself, what do I really want? What would make me happy? What would make my life easier? And then focusing on those things until they show up in your life. Okay, and I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that. So if it sounds too good to be true, it's just because you haven't rewired your brain properly yet, okay? And we're going to work on that too. Have you ever wanted something so badly you can taste it? That's what manifesting is all about. And manifesting with intent means that you have a vision of what you want in life, and then you bring it into being using the power of the mind to make it happen. And with intent, meaning you have to do the work, okay? And you can use this technique to attract anything you want, okay? And it's important to keep in mind the law of attraction, okay? So, again, you want to start making more money in your life. Start thinking about ways that would make money come toward you, okay? You have to look at things like if you want to make an extra $1,000 a month, sell items on eBay. You don't have to own these items. You can do drop shipping, third-party selling, and things like that. Create a website and find products that are hot sellers. They could be $1 shower curtains from China. You know what I mean? But they say Louis Vuitton on it. You know what I mean? Now you sell them for $3. You know what I mean? It's things like this. So you've got to look at what's out there, what type of opportunities there are, and get involved. So if you want to buy a Ferrari this year, let's say you want Magnum PI GTO, baby. Oh, sexy car. Or what was it? Miami Testarossa, man. You want a nice classic. It's like $80,000 to $100,000, right? So think about it like this. How can I get there? Well, look, let's talk about the selling items on eBay, okay? Well, you're like, I can't afford, I make a certain amount of money a month, right? I've got my rent, I got my food, I've got my, entertainment, I've got, other bills, cell phone, blah, 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 right? I've got $60 at the end of the month, you know what I mean, for nothing, after 10% savings. Look, you take that $60 this month, put in a jar. Next month, you take the next $60. Now you got 120. With that 120, you can get someone to build you one of those drop shipping websites, set up your PayPal, and start picking and choosing the products that you want to sell on eBay or Amazon. So, okay, now you've got 10 months left in the year to make that Ferrari money, okay? So what you want to do, once that drop shipping starts to pick up, you use the next 2 months to build another site and to build another one from the next $60 and $60. Now you take the profit that you make off your shower curtains or, whatever it is, you know what I mean? It could be anything, man, little puppy keychains. It doesn't matter what the product is as long as it's a hot little seller. It doesn't matter if you're making 20 cents or a dollar off of something. If it sells, it sells. It's making you money. You just take that money, you keep reinvesting it, and then you start parking some away, and you'll be surprised how that $120 or $60 a month is now $6,000 a month. All right, take $6,000, go buy a vending machine, find a laundromat, set it up in there, and you'll find that you're going to make money off of that big time. Just put cool shit in there, okay? You want the good stuff. Don't be cheap, man. Get the good stuff. You'll make the money. And that will make you double your money. Easy. You double, triple your money off of a vending machine. So just an idea, food for thought. Okay, so you've got things like this out there. The problem, I think, is most people just don't know what to do. If someone, I have one of my partners in crime said to me the other day, if you had all the money and all the time in the world, no deadline, what would you do? What would your gift to the world be? You know what I mean? And when people are asked that question, they freak out. They don't have an answer. And that's my point is you want to make money. You just don't know what to do to make it. Okay. And I think that, there's ways to do that for you, and we can help you with that right now. Okay. And that's part of the manifestation technique. So again, we're going to show you things. You check out my other podcasts on crypto and on side hustles and things like that. And you're going to learn how to do this. Okay. And that's one big way where you're setting a specific intention when it comes to your manifestation. And by doing this action, the more likely it'll come true. And I'm telling you, you can get that Ferrari in 12 months. You can do it this year. You can get it this year, 1,000,000%, if you put the work toward it, okay? Period. There's no excuse why you can't have this, okay? And I'll tell you this, again, you've already manifested change and you're here. So let's start right now, okay? Now, as I leave you, part one, have a listen to Ice-T. Oh yeah, how you like me now?
Hey, what's up? This is Ice, man. I'm giving a big shout out to my man, Big Steve Z. Understand me? Big Steve Z in the building, all right? And I understand that he's launching his new podcast, iManifest, all right? It's a technique just so you guys can learn how to stay hustling, stay positive, and make things happen in your life by manifesting them. That's what I do. I project out what I want to happen, and I can make it happen. Because if you don't believe it's going to happen, it probably never will. If you can't imagine something happening for you, it probably never will. So you have to manifest. So this is for Big Steve Z. God bless you. Good luck with the podcast, and everybody that tune in. I know you're going to get that knowledge you need.